A big day for the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders had a huge day, making moves that could really help them improve next season. They focused on strengthening both the offensive and defensive lines, and it all started with the heart and soul of the team, Max Crosby. For a moment, there was some drama. Crosby's contract had run out of guaranteed money, and he took to social media to push for a new deal. But more than that, he wanted to see the Raiders' plan because, let's be honest, he's tired of losing. And who can blame him? Great players want to win, and losing should never sit well with them. Rumors started flying. One day, people said Crosby wanted out, and the next, they said he was staying. But throughout it all, one thing was clear. Crosby just wants to win. And now it's official. He's staying. Crosby signed a 3-year contract extension worth $166.5 million with a massive $91.5 million guaranteed. That makes him the highest-paid non-quarterback in the NFL, and he absolutely deserves it. He's not just a dominant player, he's a true leader, and head coach Pete Carroll is shaping the team's culture around him. Crosby's journey is incredible. He was a 4th-round pick, not a top prospect, but he won over the coaching staff with his insane work ethic. From day one, he could rush the passer, but over time, he worked hard and became one of the best run-stopping edge rushers in the league. Now he's getting some much-needed help. Christian Wilkins, a relentless defensive lineman, joined the Raiders last year but got injured. If he stays healthy and with the addition of Malcolm Kuntz, Crosby might finally have the support he needs to take this defense to the next level. This season, the Raiders are serious about winning, and Crosby is leading the charge. Strengthening the offensive line. I can't wait for this season. The Raiders made another smart move by placing an exclusive rights free agent tender on guard Jordan Meredith, which will pay him $1.05 million. Meredith was one of the biggest surprises for the Raiders in 2024. He played in 9 games, started 8, and even earned a top 5 grade from Pro Football Focus. Now, I know PFF grades aren't always perfect, but in this case, they got it right. His tape speaks for itself. The Raiders actually tried to sign him to a long-term deal a few days ago, but when that didn't happen, they made sure to keep him any way they could, and I don't blame them. Meredith was a force in the run game, flattening defenders and handing out pancakes. Even more impressive, he didn't allow a single sack in those 9 games. He stepped up when Cody Whitehair got injured last season, and he never looked back. Meredith came to the team as a free agent, struggled to stick with a roster early in his career, but proved himself with hard work. He's a perfect example of the no one gave me anything culture the Raiders are building. But the moves didn't stop there. The Raiders also signed guard Alex Cappa to a 2-year, $12 million deal with $5.5 million guaranteed. Realistically, it's a 1-year prove-it deal, and we'll see what happens after that. Now, Cappa struggled last season with the Cincinnati Bengals, allowing 8 sacks. But before that, he was a solid player. Raiders GM John Spytek was with Tampa Bay when they drafted Cappa in 2018, and he played a key role in protecting Tom Brady during the Buccaneers' 2020 Super Bowl run. However, things went downhill when he joined the Bengals, as he got worse every year and eventually hit rock bottom. That's why some people are calling this a depth signing, and they might be right. But if Cappa can get back to his Tampa Bay form, this move could turn out to be a steal. The Raiders are clearly focused on building a strong offensive line, and these moves prove it. Now, let's see how it all comes together on the field. What's next for the Raiders? There's another way to look at the Alex Cappa signing. Maybe GM John Spytek liked him back when the Buccaneers drafted him, and maybe Cappa just wasn't a good fit for the Bengals system. Not every offensive lineman can adjust to every coach's technique, and that could have played a big role in his struggles. Now, Spytek is bringing him to Las Vegas to see if the Raiders can get the best out of him again. If not, no big deal. The contract only guarantees him 1 year. If he doesn't work out, the Raiders can move on. The biggest news of the day: Crosby stays. Of course, the biggest story today is Max Crosby's contract extension. He's staying with the Raiders for a few more years, and honestly, I hope he retires here. Meanwhile, the team secured the guard position by keeping Jordan Meredith and signing Alex Cappa. We already know Meredith is solid, and if Cappa returns to form, the offensive line will be just fine. That said, I still think the Raiders should draft a guard to keep building depth. With that taken care of, they can focus on the skill positions. A big move on the horizon? Here's where things get exciting. The Raiders have the number 6 pick in the draft. Could they use it to trade for DK Metcalf? The star receiver just requested a trade from the Seattle Seahawks today, and guess what? Tyler Lockett was also released. Now imagine if the Raiders land one of them and give him to a healthy Aaron Rodgers, a quarterback with something to prove. That could be dangerous for opposing defenses. This offseason is getting interesting and the Raiders are making moves. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.